I was so desperate to free myself from the 9-5 rat race that I even put myself on eBay for 5 million.
What?
But guess what? No one bought me. What a surprise.
What?
Shock horror.
All right, guys, you're looking at the thumbnail, you're looking at the title of the video, you already know what time it is. It is time to get active. I don't know anything about this video, but just decided to react to it based off of the strength of the title. So let's go right in and let's get active. Without further ado.
Do you know when you're a teenager, about 15, 16, and you picture how your life will be when
Yes.
you're 30 years old? And then
Sure.
you finally reach the age of 30. And guess what?
Doing
You're
pretty
still
good.
living with your parents. You have no husband, no house, no career, no job, no nothing, nada, absolutely nothing. And you just want to scream on top of your lungs. Ah! Like, where did I go wrong? Like, clearly I went wrong somewhere. Between me and you, this wasn't how my life was supposed to be. So let's begin.
Let's
I
start the
envisioned my
unaccountable
life, a nice
bullshit.
house, a gorgeous, filthy rich husband, a good career, which
Filthy
would have
rich husband.
fulfilled me mentally, physically, and emotionally. But do I have my life together as of yet? Oh no, oh hell no. Guess what I'm doing? Just take a guess. I'm making TikToks, for crying out loud. My life's nothing like how I envisioned it to be as a teenager. My life's a mess, my mind is a mess. You're looking at the real life Bridget Jones. Failed relationships, I always get screwed over for other chicks.
Okay. Okay. There's a couple of things that I'm noticing right here. The first thing is envisioning your life at 15 of what it's going to be like when you're 30. And, I envisioned what my life was going to be like. And I would say I probably blew past my wildest expectations. And the thing is because I worked at it. I was very strategic, tactical in the things that I was doing within my life to establish goal after goal after goal, achievement after achievement after achievement. And here's one of the things that I know as myself as a young man is that one of the best decisions that I ever made was to sanction myself or cut myself off from the powers of women. That's one of the best decisions that I was ever made, because that takes up literally 80% of your time if you're a 20-year-old man, if you try to take, some of these relationships seriously. So giving that up and then focusing and transmuting that on kind of these goals within my life to make sure that I am the happiest that I could be into my 30s and beyond that's one of the biggest things that I've done. You know what I'm saying? Now, within that being said, you can't just believe yourself into being successful at 30. Okay? You just can't believe yourself. Your filthy rich husband, as she talked about before, you just can't believe yourself into a filthy rich husband. And there's so many young women that are not accountable. Early in their 20s, they, ride the carousel for as long as what they can. And then they get to 30 and they're looking at the proverbial time clock and they're saying, God damn, this is not what I envisioned. But the thing is like, what did you do in your life to establish yourself as marriageable, to establish yourself with a decent career, right? To establish yourself where you can move out your parents' crib. Like, what were the actionable things that you did? Because that's a long damn time. That's a long damn time. That is incredibly long time to either mess up your life or do absolutely fantastic things. It's a long time. Let's keep hearing more.
Failed careers. Well. First, I was feeling miserable in a dead-end job that brought me no joy or fulfillment. I was so desperate to free myself from the 9-5 rat race that I even put myself on eBay for 5 million.
What?
But guess what? No one bought me. What a surprise.
What?
Shock horror. And now
Did she just say that she wanted to get out of her dead-end job, so she put herself on eBay? Did you try to sell yourself? Yeah. Okay. These are if she's being serious. This is the decision making capabilities of the lower half of the less intelligent portion of our population. If she's being serious about that, is that what you did? Whatever happened to being disciplined and working hard towards something? If you want if you want to be marriageable, what are you doing to make sure that you are marriageable? And instead of spouting the crazy shit that we're seeing right here. Because a dude who's filthy rich that you're talking about is going to take a look at you like, oh, okay. I'll get the viscous innards from her, but that's about it. She's cuckoo. Let's keep going.
I've only gone and just lost my job.
Wow.
I've clearly got a lot going for myself, as you can tell. Failed relationships, I always get screwed over for other chicks. I'm not sure why I'm always attracted to these waste men that feel the need to screw me over for other girls. Like, do I need a boob job? Do I need a pestite transplant? Do I need a facelift?
No, you need to be doing actionable things to work on yourself. Even in the couple of minutes that we've gotten to know you, my dear fair lady, your personality seems a degree intolerable. It really does, and I'm trying not to be mean or anything like that, but like there's just components that are just not. I wouldn't take you seriously. I just wouldn't.
I thought that was a cool chick. I thought that was a well-rounded, cool chick.
You need to get out your echo chamber.
Obviously not. Everyone's like, keep faith. It's all going to make sense one day.
It's not faith.
When is it going to make sense? When I'm 6 feet under.
Damn. That's real.
Oh, God. So I've got no husband, no job, no house, no career.
Damn.
Absolutely nothing.
Here's the thing, and she's being like affable about this. Like she has a good kind of personality as she talks about that, but I think that's just the outward appearance, and it's probably eating her up inside. This is probably tearing her proverbially limb from limb. So she speaks about it in this particular way, but she probably needs a therapist at 22, right, to start to go over some of the failed relationships that she's been going through to help her be more accountable of, instead of relying in faith, because faith without works is dead as shit, right? And actually work on these different things, get feedback from the different relationships and understand what went wrong. Why did I choose this guy that never wanted me in the first place? Am I as valuable as what I actually think that I am? Or did your echo chamber of friends push this believe shit or this faith shit to pander to you of what you should amount to? Because you should never settle. You should never, ever settle. Go after the Chad in the group that obviously doesn't want relationships. He obviously just wants the next best thing, okay? Give him the insides, give him the viscous innards, and then whine and cry afterwards because you chose incorrectly. Did she really say that she tried to sell herself for $5 million on eBay? You're overvalued in the market. You are overpriced in the market. That's the delusion. That's the delusion. $5 million. That's how much you think. And which is so interesting because I talk about all day, let's quantify all of this shit around us. Do you really think on a scale of 1 to 10? Because that $5 million is like a goddamn 11. $5 million for what? Not to mention that you're putting yourself and your body on the internet. I'm floored. I'm floored.
Oh my God, why am I such a loser? Like, I failed in all areas of life. It's not even one area, it's all areas. Oh my God, I totally suck. Oh, it sucks to be me. Is this all that I'm destined for? To have absolutely nothing? Oh God. I can't even drink alcohol to drown my sorrows. I need Coke, lots and lots of Coke.
Wow. It's a coping mechanism.
There's just no hope, is there? There's just no hope at all.
Here's the thing. If that's your mentality, there's no hope for you. But you're 30 right now, you still have time. You still have time to fix yourself, but you got to get hungry for it. You got to get hungry for it. Like, what are your talents? Like, what's your education, right? Like, if you're doing a dead-end job, like clerk job, cashier type stuff, right? Like, How can you go back and work and set a plan, set goals, right? Figure out the components of your personality, which makes dudes do like my face in half of this video. There's certain characteristics that you are portraying to people that men probably don't like that much. Okay. And the thing is like a lot of her personalities, this naggy kind of thing that you see, it's kind of put up in movies and shit like that, like to a degree where it makes them kind of seem like the cool, like to be bitchy, moody, naggy, where that's like a personality trait that dudes would like to see, right? Like that's not like dudes don't want that. Like, how can you work in on your femininity? How can you work in on layers of degrees of healing the torment of the past 20 years of going from do to do to do, right? Like, throw yourself up out of your parents' crib and start and just do it, right? Just figure it out. Get therapy. Get therapy.
There's even 16-year-olds, 16, that have got the house, the husband, the career, the babies. And me, I'm nearly 30. And what do I have? Nothing. Oh my God. This is so tragic. Can someone get out the violins, please, for me?
Pull out the violins in the chats. Drop them below.
I'm such a loser, guys. I'm such a loser. I don't want to be a loser. Why am I a loser? No, why me? Why am I the unlucky one? Tell me. Why am I so unlucky?
This is it's a beautiful train wreck.
How can someone go through life failing in relationships and failing in careers?
Because of your choices.
Got nothing to live for. Oh, got nothing. Nada. Got nothing to live for. Oh, God.
You know what's crazy about this? Is, as she says that, I watched a documentary not too long ago, portions of the documentary of Jordan Peterson was interviewing a North Korean survivor. Her family got out of North Korea. North Korea doesn't even have electricity, right? She talked about a story about, her getting essentially appendicitis, and they had to do operation on her, and she woke up midway of the surgery because the anesthesia, or whatever the anesthesia that they use over there, wore off, and she woke up, and so she had to deal with that, and like she had to eat rats and insects and shit like that, and now she's come over to America and made a fantastic and phenomenal career of herself. It's all about perspective, because fact of the matter is that myself, as well as 99.9999999% of the people that are watching this video right now, have never had a bad day in life in comparison to that young girl from North Korea. It's all about your perspective, okay? It's all about your perspective. You've never had a bad day if you compare it to her bad days. Let's keep going.
Why am I such a loser? Why?
Who the fuck is this?
Why?
That's not the same.
Why am I such a loser?
We got to talk about makeup in the 21st century. That is a big difference. That is a major difference. Why is this considered fair?
Why am I such a loser?
This looks like two completely different people. Two completely different people. The fact that women can use tools like this in order to get selected, and then they look completely different. I mean, it's not even that she's that much uglier. It's that she looks different. This looks like a different person. Holy moly.
Loser, why?
Stop fake crying.
This is what my life has come to.
Wow, out of a wine glass. All right, guys, I've had absolutely enough. I've had enough. Listen, at the end of the day, I think that we're all a product of our choices and decisions in life. She doesn't seem like she's come from poverty, right? Like, doesn't seem like she has a learning disability or anything like that. It just seems like she's got to a certain stage of life and let the trauma from her choices and decision in the path, impact her current mood and or disposition of today. The sad reality of her disposition today. After watching the entire video, it's kind of clear that this is somewhat of a parody. But I'd be interested to know how much of what she talked about is absolute truth today as what it describes of her life. So I'll leave the video right there. The thing is what she described is like the moniker of the modern lady today, right? If they don't work actively and they choose to work passively in a believe yourself in the shit environment, not put in the work in the gym. Like, dudes have to put in the work in the gym in order to create themselves to be of the highest caliber for a young lady to want to select, right? If women are not doing somewhat of the same, they're going to end up just like her. Guys, I'll leave the video here right now. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, feel free to hit me up. Last but not least, got a Patreon. Link to it down in the description box down below. If you guys are interested in coming up to my inner circle, it's absolutely the best community on this side of YouTube, okay? If you're interested in developing in on yourself, your purpose, making sure that your life doesn't turn into that, financial education, dating, relationships, like all of these different things that we have live, direct conversations with, come up there. That's how you get closer to me. I'll see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.